Welcome back, everybody. How's it going? Back here for another update on the NX500. Finally got her kind of all built out for the trip here. Gonna be leaving in a week and a half for California for the coast. Probably gonna be close to a 3,500 mile ride round trip. Just got some new tires put on there. Got the Shinko 705s front and rear. Got a great deal on those locally, guys. 300 bucks. Can't beat that. I'm pretty much planning on smoking them during this trip, so they're probably going to be toast by the time I get back. But honestly, if they last 3,500 to 4,000 miles, which is pretty close to what this trip's going to be, I'll just throw another set on and rock them for the rest of the season. We are planning on doing some off-road once we get into the Alpine Loop area, Durango, Ouray, Telluride. Can't wait for that part of the trip, guys. This is pretty much exactly how she's going to be loaded out. Got the Tusk rackless excursion bags on there. Kind of weird, on the Rocky Mountain side it says these bags don't fit on here. What do you guys think? Looks like it fits to me, at least for if you're going to be doing a solo touring trip, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing. If you're planning on doing 2-up trips, obviously this ain't the bike for you, at least not the setup anyway. Did get that Atlas throttle lock on there, which I've really been enjoying that thing. Super easy install, guys. Took friction pad 2, slapped it on there, threw it in, threw the screw on, done deal. It's like a 10-minute install. It's freaking crazy. Honestly, it works really good too. Literally just clip her down. It works great on this bike. Would have been nice to get cruise, but you know, when you buy a little bit more of a budget machine, that's just kind of how it ends up. Kind of a little rundown on some of the other stuff we got going on. I actually finally, that radiator guard, those bolts finally started sticking. If you guys remember in my last video, that top left bolt kept coming loose on me. But I actually ended up finding out, I just took it out all the way. That 3D spacer was all crushed in there. I don't know if it was from heat cycles or what, because I think it's pretty hot right there. I ended up actually using a 1/4-inch drive 10mm socket in there just to kind of spacer it out, because it actually was pretty much the same size. And it's kept it from squeezing, and it actually, you can't even see it in there, but deep in there is a 1/4-inch drive 10mm socket behind that bolt right there. And that seemed to actually work pretty good for me. I've got plenty of those, so it's not really that big of a deal. Really been digging the 705s. I actually had a set of those years back on my 250L. I actually like that tire a lot, guys. It's actually pretty capable off-road. I used to ride a lot of trails. People probably wouldn't even believe I was riding with that tire. Was it perfect? No. Did it last a long time? Yes, it did. So hopefully we'll get some miles out of those. We're about to find out. I'll definitely make sure and make a video after the trip, because we're going to be sitting at probably about 7,500 miles on this bike after this trip, guys, which is crazy because I've only had this bike for 6 months. 6 months actually during the trip I'll have had this bike, and I'll already be over 6,000 miles. So I've been riding the shit out of this thing, guys. I ride it on the highway most of the time. It's usually in between about 80 and 90 miles an hour too, and I'm still getting around 51 to 52 miles per gallon, which is fucking crazy. To be able to just ride this thing at redline all the time and still get that many miles per tank is nuts, because I'm riding to work all week with less than a tank of fuel. So I'd show you guys what's all in my bags, but it's not actually packed out for the trip. I just ended up throwing a bunch of moto gear and stuff in there to stretch out those bags. I got some dirt bike pants and some jerseys and some other waterproof layers and some stuff stuffed in there. I actually got a 12-pack of beer in that top bag right now because I'm about to head home after the ride today. Actually, the beautiful thing is too, I got a tool kit down in this leg, and it fits perfectly, guys. I have a tool kit in the bottom of this leg that's got everything: inflation kit, tire irons, ratchets, sockets, everything. It's all loaded up, which is beautiful, and it doesn't, you can't even tell it's on the bike, honestly, guys. And this thing fits really, really tight to the bike too. So once I got it on, I mean, you can't even move this thing. The bike will shake before you can move this setup on here. So I'm really happy with that. They definitely made it very universal and modular for mounting, which is really good. But like I said, they said it wouldn't fit this bike, which obviously if you're looking to do 2-up touring, it won't. But just like this, man, it actually worked out pretty good. I did end up undoing a couple of those strap mounts and twisting them around just the way that I needed them. The middle mounts I ended up turning to 90 degrees facing this way, so I could actually mount them up on that fucking rack below on both sides. And the ones on the rear I ended up turning 90 degrees as well, so I could actually wrap them underneath that fender right there. I mean, and the strap on The rear set here fits so tight. It goes right in that little gap right in there. And I mean, it does not move, guys. It is on there. So pretty happy with that, honestly. For 250 bucks, guys, if you're looking for luggage on this bike, I don't think you can beat this. Damn near 50 liters of capacity for 250 bucks. I don't know, I'm loving it. So, yep, almost 4,200 miles, guys. We'll be there by the end of this week. Actually, I ended up switching, I did another oil change 2 weeks back. We went over to the Motul 5100. That's what I've been running on the CRF for the last 4 seasons. So I decided to change this bike over to that oil right before this trip because I'm gonna need about a good 4,000 miles of run on it. And so far so good. Real smooth clutch. I just really like that oil personally. It's available 7 days a week in the metro here, so it makes it really easy for me to get it even when the Honda dealer's closed. Already ordered a bunch of parts for this bike actually for when I get back from that trip. I already got another oil change kit ready to go for about 7,500 miles. I got an air filter I'm gonna end up replacing at that time as well. And I got a chain and sprockets sitting at home because I'm not really sure if the chain and sprockets are really gonna be 100% by the time I get back from this trip. Because if I'm at 7,600 miles by the middle of next month, I'm claiming that sprocket's gonna be toast because it's already starting to lose the edges on it at 4,200. I've been keeping it adjusted and lubricated. I've been using the Motul chain cleaner and chain lubricant, and that actually seems to be helping a lot. So absolutely love all the mods I've done on this bike. I think the only thing I really want to end up doing at the end of this season is I'm going to end up going to some full wrap handguards and maybe some dirt bike bars, some Pro Taper either Evo or the Contour bars. And I'm going to do some heated grips on it as well. Probably do the Oxfords because they're relatively inexpensive and really easy to hook up. Actually did buy a fog light kit for this bike as well off of Amazon. So I'm going to end up probably mounting those up here on the front. And hopefully I can figure out something for a switch mount so I can retrofit this switch up here, because I think you just cut these little tabs out of here, guys, and then you could just punch that little bastard out and put a switch in there. So I'll probably get me a 10 or 15 amp fuse switch to attach those lights to, because actually the light kit I bought needs to actually cut into the horn wiring here. So I'll have to end up getting that all apart. We're gonna get that put on the bike as well. But here she is, guys. She's ready for a 3,000 mile trip. And I tell you what, I'm ready too. I'm excited. This is gonna be my first touring trip on a motorcycle, so pretty excited. Almost 1,000 miles one way and then more than 1,500 on the way back. So we'll see how she ends up, guys. Questions and comments below. Thanks for watching.